Come in. Alright, have you done your homework? Which one is it again? Well, I told you to research and present regarding heat as energy transfer and specific heat last week. You got it, right? Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, I finished it, yeah. Can you guys my notes though? Sure, bring your worst. Sweet. Do you have any, Oh, nice, you do have some. Okay, I'll start now, alright? So now most people, when they talk about heat, they mostly refer to the flow of heat. How? We know that heat is the flow from a hotter object to a colder object until both of them reach thermal equilibrium, which in normal people language is just the same temperature. So this French guy, at least I assume he's French, in the 1800s, he thought of like, hey, wait, why don't we just model the flow of heat so that it could be just like energy that can neither be created nor destroyed, like a universal fluid? Bam! Created the caloric. This was coined by the same scientist, probably French, because he used the French word calorique, which was used from the Latin word calorem, which meant heat. So this caloric was never used again, present day, seriously. So all that explanation was to say that the caloric was obsolete. So this other scientist, a few years later, saw that this French scientist, he was wrong. His model is bad. It's obsolete. So he thought of like, oh wait, heat can be modeled next to work, right? It's like akin to work. And probably because of pity, like he just used the unit of heat for his model as from caloric, change one letter, calorie. Well, that's pretty ingenious, just like this. How does this unnecessary backstory even have to do anything with your topic? Getting there, hold on. Oh, gosh. Okay, anyway, the calorie, it's also known as the amount of heat necessary to raise the temperature of one gram of water by 1 degree Celsius. But we don't really use this meaning because most people, they just know it from the value of food. Like, oh, how much do I need to get overweight? Oh no, how much do I need to get underweight? How much do I need to lose weight? Oh, because humans, they care more about their own needs than just scientific breakthroughs in general. Hey, don't say the truth. In the 1800s, some scientists, they tried to relate heat to it's sort of like an energy transfer. Namely, some guy named Joule. I wonder what he created. So he did some experiments and found out that heat was just like work, as in it's like a transfer of energy, just like work. So he determined that the given amount of work done is always equivalent to the amount of heat that is input in. So thus, the calorie, which is basically the unit of heat, as we said before, it is a mechanical equivalent to joule as the unit of work. Here, it's like this. Well, they conclude that heat is energy transferred from one object to another via difference in temperature. Anyway, the SI unit of heat is the joule, which in short is J, basically. Even though the calorie is still sometimes used. So the calorie is now defined in terms of the joules, so basically the mechanical equivalent of heat. Which makes sense because I've literally never heard in my life the 1 gram of water, 1 gram of Celsius, whatever that was. Splendid work, although your English could have been a little bit better and your sarcasm was a little bit over the top. Wait, before I continue, do you have anything I can do so that I can get money? I'm sort of like saving for something right now and I'm kind of broke. Okay, I'm actually broke. Sure, I have some chores that you could do after class. How much per? It's 10 per chore. And is there a limit on how much I can do? You can do how much as you want, to a certain degree. Cool, absolutely. 0. So the next topic I'm going to talk about is specific heat. You sure it's only specific heat? Yes, only specifically specific heat. Anyway, so we all know that heat goes from a hotter object to a colder object, right? I mean, I said that two minutes ago. Anyway, so temperature, it rises in a cold object. But we want to calculate how much the temperature rises in the cold object to reach thermal equilibrium. That's called specific heat. So some smart people with their huge brains, they just thought of, hey, what if we just made that into a formula? Everything works when you just use formulas to solve everything, right? The formula is Q, my cat, like this. What? Everyone knows it's Q equals to MC delta T. Well, that's how I remember. You transform from smart person discovery into just normal people language. Why? Because your cat's name is Q? Because I like killing my cats. So in this formula, aka Q equals to MC delta T, or Q my cat, that's how I remember it. Q stands for the amount of heat inputted in. Delta T stands for the difference in temperature, because the temperature has to rise or fall if heat inputted. And M stands for mass, and C stands for right. Specific heat, yeah. I don't know why I was thinking about speed of light. I mean, they're mostly constant, I guess. Even specific heat is mostly constant, yeah. Alright. Good job. I'll tell you your score the next time we meet. So, yeah. It's pretty good. Okay. Alright. Before you leave, I gotta tell you something. Do you know I'm getting paid for retirement? And? So I work in this dental clinic. It's called Dermal X. And, since I'm 63... They told me that to retire and that they'd pay me with my retirement money from the investment fund I made 2 years ago. So, Dermal X pension. I'll come back to this room to get my stuff, I guess, and after that I'll open the door and see myself out. I'll pay you next time. But I'm only human. Just what can I do?